What's up guys, Coach Rambeer here. Today I want to teach you about one of my favorite movements, one of my favorite things to do, the chin up. That's something that a lot of people have, they set that goal, I want to do my first chin up. And most people struggle with it. So I just want to break down a couple of things that will make it easy for you, alright? So number one, this is a part of the chin up that most people don't recognize, and this is actually, I would say this is probably the most important thing, alright? And so, it's a true test of strength to be able to pull your body weight up to that bar, okay? And every single person has the ability to do it. Over the over the last 7 years or so, we've helped, hundreds of people get not only their first chin up, but be able to do chin ups for multiple reps with weight on their backs, all kinds of stuff, right? And so anybody could do it. It's just a matter of this is where you want to be, this is where you are today. What are the right steps along the way, all right? So first, a quick little concept about the chin up. If you can't contract your body, right, especially your glutes, your legs, your stomach, and you can't squeeze them, it's going to be very difficult for you to do a chin up, okay? So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but being able, or strength is your ability to contract muscles, okay? That's all it is. So for a lot of us, when we start out, myself included, what we have is what I like to call a noodle body, right? Like it's very difficult for us to squeeze our muscles really, really hard, all right? So first of all, chin up should look something like this. Okay, with control, okay, as I pull up, my shoulders are away from the ears. One thing that people do is they pull up and they're like this. This is not any good. Your shoulders are not going to be very happy, right? So I want to pull my shoulders away from my ears as I pull up. My entire body is as tight as possible, okay? So you're not gonna be able to do that unless you can get tight. So here are some of my favorite things that you can do to start developing that chin up, all right? Number one, just very simple. We call this the full body tension drill, okay? So you're gonna squeeze your glutes, your legs, your stomach. You're gonna squeeze everything as hard as possible. You're gonna shake it off. You can do that for 5 to 10 seconds at a time. You think you're gonna be squeezing as hard as possible, guarantee you can squeeze even harder, all right? I know this is gonna feel silly. You're gonna be like, I'm not a Dragon Ball Z character. My hair's not gonna erupt into yellow fiery flame, and I'm not gonna turn Super Saiyan, but I invite you to do that, okay? So right here, squeeze. Another one, the standing plank. A lot of you guys may have seen this in our other videos, right? Tuck your tailbone so you're not here Kim Kardashian style. Your tailbone is tucked. Squeeze, squeeze, pull as hard as possible. Same idea. Shake it off. This is way better than planks on the ground because it's faster, it's more convenient. And a lot of people don't have the strength to be able to hold that plank properly, right? So that's another one. Another thing that's very helpful is just simply hanging on the bar and then squeezing your glutes, your legs, your stomach, and kind of making this like banana shape with your body, all right? You can go like this, you can go like this, either one is fine. Squeeze as hard as possible. And then from here, you want to make sure that your shoulder blades are pulled down and back, all right? So not here, here. And that's actually another one of the things that's going to help you in your quest for your first pull-up is being able to move your shoulder blades and being strong with those shoulder blades, right? So this movement, if you can see, I pull my shoulder blades down and I'm in control, all right? So that's where I would start. I wouldn't worry about, oh, I can't get a chin up. That's fine, who cares, right? We wanna build a foundation first. So I would say, spend a little bit of time when you're in the gym, doing whatever. Hang on the bar, squeeze everything, Once you start to be able to be good at that, you can start adding those shoulder blades, right? And then throw in the standing planks, the Super Saiyan Goku full body tension drill, and slowly but surely you will be able to do a chin up. The last thing I will leave you with, okay, the best thing I will leave you with is a little method called grease the groove, okay? So this is one of the very first things I learned back in the day, 275 years ago when I first started training, all right? A lot of people don't know this. I'm actually over 300 years old and, you know, I look good. This is what you can do if you eat vegetables, eat your fruits and drink your water and eat your protein, right? One of the first things that I learned was grease the groove. Grease the groove is a method for developing skills, especially strength, right? Strength is a skill. And the way that you do it is this. So for those of you guys who can do a chin up, but you want to try to get to 10, 11, 15, 20, 30, any male should be able to do 20 to 30 pull-ups or chin-ups at any time. Female should be able to do 10 to 20. And you can, okay? You can totally do it. How do you get there? Once you get your first one, right? Let's say you can get 5 or so, whatever. It's a struggle. What you do is you get as many attempts at good reps as possible throughout your day, throughout your workout. So don't ever go to failure. So if that means, let's say I can do 7 but struggle, but I can do 2 really, really clean and easy and I don't even feel it, I'm gonna do sets of 1 or 2 as often as possible. That's gonna let me end up getting maybe 20, 30 reps spread out over the day or the hour versus trying to do a set of 30, right? What this does is let you get a lot of volume. And that is the key to developing the strength and the skill necessary to be able to do majestic chin-ups such as these.